Welcome back to episode 5, part 2. Now on to questions. So first, mine on my cell phone from Lana Hardy in San Diego, California. Which show do you think is dominates right now? Raw, SmackDown, and ECW? Now this was before the trade when she texted me this. So as of right now, it's kind of hard to say because Raw and SmackDown are very level right now. But I still probably have to give it to SmackDown with Jeff, Matt, Ray, Jericho, Edge, Hart Dynasty, all those elements on there was for an amazing show. So I think SmackDown still has the upper hand on that. What do you think?
Before the trades, I would have said ECW, which a lot of people would have laughed at me about a long time ago when ECW first started. But before the trade, they had Bourne, Swagger, Finley, the Harts, Christian, Dreamer, even Kozlov. As much as I don't like him, he's a pretty good powerhouse over there. And even
Ryder.
Mark Henry.
And Zack Ryder.
No.
Woo, woo, woo.
No, no, no. So before the trades, I would have had to said ECW because they had the younger, hungrier talent. Now, I might have to agree with you, Chris, that SmackDown has the better talent because on Raw, it's always the same people every week. I love Legacy, but it's always Randy and company. There's always Triple H. There's always Cena. They rarely ever get to elevate anybody anymore over on Raw. SmackDown, you're constantly getting something fresh. You forgot R-Truth and Crime Time over on SmackDown also.
Yes.
3 more good reasons to watch.
Exactly.
Thank you, Lana Hardy. That was a good question. Punk Sucks has a question just for Sean.
Love that name.
You said that last show.
I know.
Hey, Sean, I had a question for you. Do you ever think that WWE will make a face faction to go against the Legacy or the Hart Dynasty? I loved back in the 90s when they had lots of factions, both heel and face. Do you think that they will do that? Unfortunately, right now, I don't think they will do that because they've only got roughly about 30 to 35 talents per show. Most of those guys don't get used, like I just said, because the same people are always getting pushed. If I were to make a faction on Raw to go up against Legacy, I would probably have to put Evan Bourne, Kofi Kingston, and...
Most likely their leader will be John Cena.
No.
I know, but I'm saying if they did.
No. And I'm drawing a blank on who else I would throw over there. It definitely wouldn't be Cena, though. Maybe at this point Triple H, because he's the one that's feuding with Randy the most. But that would be the 3-man faction I'd put together on Raw to feud with them. Over on SmackDown, to feud with the Hart Dynasty, since they're just a level below Legacy, they're still in the mid-card, I would maybe go with R-Truth and Crime Time. Because I think they would be a really good team to stick together, like when we had the CTC a few months back. R-Truth and Crime Time would make a pretty good stable.
Maybe the new Nation of Domination.
Quite possibly. This one is just for you, Chris, and it comes from Super Mario, I Love Scarlet Pain. Hasn't he gotten like a question on every episode so far?
He's a loyal guy.
Hey, we love our loyal fans. Thank you, Super Mario.
Yeah.
We salute you. Chris, what match would you like to see for CM Punk and Jeff Hardy at WrestleMania? This is assuming, of course, that Jeff is still around at Mania, because there's still rumors that his contract is up. Don't know how long an extension he signed, if he signed one. He's going up for appearance. Don't know. But if they got to fight at Mania next year, what type of match would you like to see them do?
I would probably say your match that you did last episode, TLC Hell in a Cell. I would probably have Jeff and Punk work their way up to the top of the cell, have Jeff and Punk fight on top of the cell, and Jeff take Punk and throw him off the cell. I would want to see that. Jeff Hardy throwing CM Punk off the cell like taking it to Foley. That would be awesome. What do you think?
I think as opposed to copying a spot and throwing him off the cell, I think it would be kind of cool if Jeff could somehow put Punk through the cell and then swanton into the ring off of the cell.
That would be cool.
That would be a little bit more original and probably a little bit more up Jeff's alley, in my opinion.
Or a Twist of Fate off the cell, like he does Twist of Fate and Punk, his little, you know. I don't want to get into another rant about CM Punk. But
Yes, please don't. We know you don't like him.
yes, we do.
Team Ego has a question regarding the Edge and Jericho, like I mentioned on part 1. They want to know what we think of Edge and Jericho winning the tag titles, and where do we think they will go with this storyline. I kind of like the fact that Edge and Jericho are willing to humble themselves and take a step down from the main event to the mid-card and have a chance to run with the tag titles.
Seriously, Jericho went from World to IC all the way down to tag.
You know, that just shows that these guys, even though they're main eventers, they're willing to attempt to put people up into the upper echelon, if you will, of the talent pool.
Yes.
Where do I think they will go with this? There's only one place I could see them going with this, because they're not going to have a long run with it. Like your name suggests, they are Team Ego.
Yes.
Their egos are so big, I'm surprised one of them can fit into an arena. So I see them going for a couple of months. SummerSlam, maybe no longer than Survivor Series as tag champions, and possibly keeping Jericho heel and Edge turning face.
Yes.
Like my boy Double A wanted to know last show. When are they going to turn Edge face? They might just do it with this angle.
Yep. Next question.
Next question is from Kevin, a.k.a. our good buddy K-Spence. WWE is sucking really bad lately. How would you guys make it better, and what are your ideas for storylines and matches? Without saying anything about CM Punk or Jeff Hardy.
Well, that's not possible.
How would I make it better? I would promote new guys to the main event. I'm tired of seeing the same 5 or 6 guys every few years in the title hunt.
Yes.
Back during the Attitude Era, it was Austin, Michaels, Rock, Foley, Trips, and Taker. Now it's Cena, Orton, Edge, Trips, Michaels, and Taker. 3 of those names are exactly the same.
Yeah.
Only 3 names got promoted. Punk has gotten 2 title runs, but he's really not in the title picture. He just keeps getting lucky with Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
Rey Mysterio is a former champion, but he only got it, sorry to say, because his good buddy passed away.
Yep.
Rest in peace, Eddie.
Yes.
But they need to elevate guys like Evan Bourne, Shelton Benjamin,
Yep.
William Regal. Even Vladimir Kozlov would make a good heel champion. I don't like him, but he would make a good heel champion. Mark Henry needs to get pushed now that he's babyface. He's only had ECW title. Push him with a small championship run.
MVP.
MVP is ready.
Yep.
There's a lot of guys that are just snapping at the heels, ready to get in there.
And give Jeff a title run more than a month. You know,
Or even Matt.
Yeah, even Matt too. The Wanda. And hopefully he takes enough time off where the fans forget about him. He makes a huge return at SummerSlam and becomes face. And hopefully, you know, he can get a nice world championship. Because out of the 2, I would say Matt will get world over WWE.
Last question is from YouTube. Matitude Fan Forever wants to know, why do we think WWE hasn't turned Matt face, knowing that he isn't a good heel? And when do we think they will, especially with Jeff's new feud with Punk?
We just answered that probably.
Unfortunately, I don't think they're going to turn him face anytime soon. I mean, hell, we saw the one thing we never thought we would see. Matt Hardy help Edge.
Twice.
I don't think that he's going to turn face and help Jeff with Punk if they keep that feud going. If anything, I think he's going to help Punk beat Jeff, because who knows Jeff better than Matt? That's all for part 2, and we'll be right back with part 3. Unfortunately, we got to go one more.
One more time.
My rants.